Hey,
How you?
good. How about you?
How's here, boss?
Can you hear me? Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because the bunny keeps getting out and she chewed on my microphone cord.
Oh wow, fun.
I'm so sick of her.
You ain't gonna do nothing better though.
I ain't. I'm just gonna buy her another cage.
Well, people who have joined, please say hello. Let us know you here. Mm, you hear that?
Oh, this
Anybody
picture.
join? Boom, 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 boom. Talking about high Stella. I mean, dang, wrong one. Wait, this hell. Too funny. I am gonna get started in a minute, in a second, in an hour, in a day.
Child, it's been one of those days. And I thought, I ain't even gonna lie, I watched half of the movie. I kind of remember some of it. I was trying to come back and watch the whole thing, and that didn't happen. I got back to the house about 9.
Mm, I just got home, ran in the door, literally. Didn't get to freshen up, makeup, or nothing. Okay,
About 9, yeah.
you get me how you get me today. You got me. All right, I guess we're gonna get started.
All righty.
Playing the intro. If anybody watching, share it. Ooh, you see that run, did you?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Whew.
Welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I am your girl, Miss Jessie B.
And I'm Sunshine. Welcome. Whew, struggling over here. Thank y'all for joining. All right, life in a day. But for those who are watching now, for those who watch later, thank you for joining. Please share this, comment along with the topic. Tonight we'll be discussing waiting to exhale to the best of our ability. But But we always start with a foreplay. And since we're talking about waiting to exhale, I literally just threw this on here, which is why I was typing a while ago. I know you act and stuff like that. You an actress and things of that nature.
You know,
Right. So my question is, would you rather act in Waiting to Exhale or How Stella Got Her Groove Back?
mm,
Both of them are Terry McMillan based movies. And Angela
yes.
Bassett is in both of them. So which one would you rather be in?
Waiting to exhale.
Same. For some reason, I thought you was gonna say I still got a groove back because I feel like that would be everybody like first answer because because of what it is. But it's a lot more lessons, more life. I see myself in
Right,
like every piece of character. I've been one piece of it.
right,
Okay, every piece
right.
of character.
Same. Look, still going through it right now.
I know some of the things I wrote down are like, ooh, this is something Chassie would relate to. Sure did. But yeah, I
And
agree.
we,
I agree. I agree. I think both of them are really good movies, and I've actually read How Stella Got Her Groove Back. I've never read Waiting to Exhale, but today I said I think I'm gonna try to find it and actually read it because the book is always better than the movie.
Always. I never read
Always.
that book. Now that I think about it, I read How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
I did too, and it was good. The movie was good, but the book was good.
The book is always better. I'm gonna have to find that.
I'm gonna have to
Yes,
find it. Okay, I told myself today I was gonna download the Kindle app and start back reading. I used to read all the time, and I just
me
stopped.
too. I thought about that. I was like even whenever, so before Kindles came out, and you had the book or whatever, I used to
Hmm.
have my book all the time with me. Like my
Yeah,
book went everywhere with me. I'd be at a stop sign and be like, let me see if I can get a
honey.
sentence in real quick.
Yeah. And if a book good, you will literally read it in like 4 days. Like
Child,
no time. Okay.
the coldest winter ever, I read that book in one day. The first
Oh
paragraph
wow.
took me in. I was like, I got to know how this ends.
I was a Terry McMillan fan, excuse me, but I was also a Michael Basin. Have you ever read any of his books?
I love Michael Basin.
Girl, top
Maintenance
front page
man.
1 and 2, both of them. Okay, read both of them. And what was the book that
Yes.
I really loved though was it was I think it was called Why Men Cry in the Dark or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Why Me
That
Crying Dark? Yep,
ooh,
that was a good
that
book.
thing was good too. We gotta get back to
Him and
reading.
Eric Jerome Dickey. I used to love me some Eric Jerome Dickey, child.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't read as many of those, but I did read a couple of those too. Yeah, we gotta get back to old fashioned reading, okay?
Right,
And,
right.
and what make it so bad? I used to read at night when I go to bed, thinking like, all right, as soon as I read a few pages, I'll be knocked out. And then be 2 hours later, I'm still in there reading.
As I got to know what the hell Michael was gonna do. Doggone it. Is
Right.
he gonna find out that Patrice is cheating? Or he gonna say, I need to know before
I
I go to
need to
bed?
know. And it be less. People think of them books and stuff, and they think they ratchet because it's got a lot of sex scenes and stuff in it. But it'd be some life lessons up in the books, or some
It
relatable
does.
stories in them books too, just like Waiting as Hell. So,
Right. And
um,
child, Zane is who taught me about sex. Zane and Sue Johansson.
I cannot. I actually have a Zane book in there that I bought. I read like 3 pages. It's just been collecting dust. I need to, because I never read a Zane book. I have to admit, I've never read a Zane book.
Oh
So I
my
was like,
gosh.
I'm gonna get. I said I want to read one, and I'm not only gonna get one. I'm gonna get a paper one at that. That thing been in there collecting dust.
Which book did you get? Which
I
one did
don't
you
even
get?
remember. I would have to go in there and get it. I don't even remember. It's just been sitting in there on the shelf
Oh
doing
my gosh,
nothing.
Addicted was so good. Sex Chronicles was really good. Um, Dang, I can't think. Yes, I agree, Tiara.
Okay. Zane said, "Hey, you can throw it out, okay? Between Zane and some of these sites out here, get your game up, okay? You
But
found the
I
right
agree.
partner. Y'all look like idiots together for a bit, but you'll get
Hey, hey, doggone it.
it."
Those
Some of the
was the
most
best times.
I was about to say some of the most memorable moments is when you was trying some stuff, okay? Some are good, some are bad.
I
But
still
just I
remember
could just
that
tell you
man.
one thing that Chassie did that you do not need to try. Well, she knew exactly what I was gonna say. Listerine strips, leave them at the store. Okay,
No,
stick to cough
used
drops.
to.
Stick to cough drops. Okay, and if you don't know, you better ask somebody. But stick to cough drops. Don't be trying to substitute.
Listen,
She tried to take
that
somebody
man
else.
did not complain. He did not complain.
Put in the end, okay, but in the middle, you got a little rocket.
You burnt me.
Stick to what you know, okay? Get the
Oh,
cough
good
drops
times,
in the
good
blue
times.
bag, okay, with the little dots in it. Just stick to them, okay?
Might have to hit him up, see how he doing.
You know
Say,
what? I'm
"Look."
done. I'm
But
here
you want to know
reminiscing.
something? The thing that I liked about him is that he let me try like the stupidest shit. And I think that's why our sex was so good and our bond was so good. And like
Mhm.
like right now, if I was to call him and need something, like he gonna show up, he gonna do it. But it was always fun because he allowed me to do different things and he ended
Right.
up enjoying it.
Okay. So you made up for it.
Yeah, I made that
Yeah.
for him. I'm sorry for almost burning your penis off, but come on.
I'm done. I am done. The first time I got a Miranda, I almost took the first one. I almost took somebody out. So I'm right there with you. You get it though. Miranda the bomb now. I didn't have no more kids until I was ready, good and ready. Okay, but just make sure your doctor snap them strings right. Okay, make sure you snip them at an angle. That's
Get you
all
a
I'm gonna
good
say.
doctor. Get you a good doctor that's gonna
Yeah,
snip
just
it.
make sure they know how to snip the strings. But it does its job. Okay, you're not trying no more youngins. Go for
Exactly. Cause baby, when I tell
it.
you, mamas missed the cycle, and mamas was a little scared. But I
Mm.
had already researched how I was gonna.
Somebody who posted something today, and I was like, my mouth literally dropped. And I probably ain't gonna remember who said it, but I don't know why it maybe just made me think of that. But it said something along the lines of you what it say? I'm gonna tear it up, but you will get the premise. You 3 weeks pregnant and he already gone. Why don't you just kill the thing? I'm done. I was like, so so done with people. People get on my nerves.
What's the problem?
I was people in the comment. That's right. So that's you the reason why the child ain't got no daddy. I'm like, oh, you did something. You gone. Oh, and you gone. Lord Jesus. She always having technical difficulties over there. All right. Well, for those that was our foreplay. The foreplay question, if you just joining, would you rather act in waiting to exhale or Stella got her groove back? And we both chose waiting to exhale or exhale. You back. Oh, you back. I can't hear you. There's no sound. There's no sound. Mm. All right, while she do that, I'll go ahead and give a little synopsis of waiting to exhale, just in case somebody living up under a rock. She gone again. Maybe we'll give her a second. Maybe we play our sponsor. How about let's do that while she having technical difficulties? All right, so we're gonna play our sponsor video. Please, please, please take heed to it. And if you need services, talk to the lady, okay? Are you seeking therapy outside of non-traditional hours in a non-traditional setting? Would you like to experience therapy in the comfort of your own home? Do you feel restricted to the therapist in your area code? If you check any of these boxes, Eclectic Clinical Solutions is here to help by currently offering 100% HIPAA compliant virtual sessions. This means that you are able to show up in a way that's most authentic to you, whether it be in your comfortable clothes, with your fur baby, or with a cup of tea or your favorite blanket. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to therapy, and Eclectic Clinical Solution believes in utilizing an eclectic therapeutic approach grounded in CBT practices so that your therapeutic journey is as unique as you are. Eclectic Clinical Solutions is LGBTQ plus informed, friendly, and ally, and licensed to offer therapy in North and South Carolina. Please visit www.eclecticclinical.com to schedule your first visit. Thank you, Eclectic Clinical Solutions, for sponsoring Occasionally Posh. Is she back?
Can you hear me now?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
You scared me. You
Can you
scared
hear
me
me
a
now?
little bit. Yeah.
My
You back.
bad.
You back. You fine. You fine. A little bit. Just I'm gonna turn you down just a notch. All right. We good. All right. Neil is on. I say, hey, Neil, how you doing? She said, that's a good man, Savannah.
A good man.
Okay. You know, Tiara didn't realize that's where you got that from. To the week. Yeah, that's where she got that mess from. All right, so tonight we are talking about waiting to exhale. I don't know why I want to keep saying exhale. But it's about four friends. The four friends is Savannah, Robin, Bernadine, or sometimes called Bernie, and Gloria. Which one of them is your favorite character?
Uh,
It's so hard.
Savannah is my favorite, only because she burnt up that car. That was my favorite scene.
That's
And
not Savannah.
but
That's Bernie. Bernie. Bernie.
Bernie, my bad, Bernie. That's my
Yeah,
favorite
I
one.
got you.
Um, but the one that I probably relate to the most is who's Leela Rashawn's character?
Is that Robin?
Yes, Robin.
Okay, I ain't never know her name. Ooh, terrible. But go ahead. Yeah, I just cancel of eliminate process of elimination because I knew the rest of them. I think, but yeah, Robin, you
I
will
think
select
she was
her.
the person that I related to the most, like just in general.
What about
Maybe.
y'all that watch it? Which waiting to excel character is y'all? We want to know. We didn't know. But it's about four friends who are there for each other and listen to each other about life and love and relationships and things of that nature. And every one of them having difficulty finding a good man, Savannah. uh, and it was all pretty successful. Well, Bernie was a stay-at-home mom, even though, but she was a stay-at-home mom because she never did her job. But they was really good, beautiful black women that was, strong-minded, strong-headed, things of that nature. But Savannah was a TV producer, and then Bernie was a stay-at-home mom. But she was supposed to have a catering business, which she says in there, I gave up everything for you. Robin was a high
Everything.
a high powered executive, and Gloria owned a beauty shop. So I mean, they was all doing their thug thizzle. Okay,
No, that's right. Me and
they
my
was all
friends.
doing. Mhm. Do you think all women have friends like this? Because I think they need to. If they don't,
I don't think all women got a circle that good. I think that I'm lucky enough that I have a circle that good, and a lot of people that I know them because they within my circle. Like
mm,
somehow I was able to surround myself with very amazing women that are go
yeah,
getters, and I love
yeah,
that. I love that about
yeah.
all of us.
Right, right. Yeah, I agree. I definitely have some good people, some good friends in my life. And it ain't nothing like having friends. Because what's good about it is that, you can be friends. You can tell each other when you're right. You can tell each other when you're wrong. Okay. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna be non-judgmental and you're gonna support each other no matter what. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's the friends you need. If they ain't got all them characteristics, they ain't your friend. I mean, let's just be
Crack a
clear.
little jokey joke,
Crack a
but
little jokey
we
joke,
still gonna get through this.
We're gonna throw shade at each other, so we might even throw some stuff in each other's face that we don't need to. But only me and her can do that, okay?
Right. Nobody else can do it.
Nobody
Wish
else
the
better
hell
not.
you would come over here and say that. Wish you would.
I
That ain't
wish
your
you
place.
would. Okay, all right. Sierra said Savannah is me and I am her. Okay. Savannah, and she said my circle is legit. Everybody need a circle. Most definitely everybody need a circle. Um but the movie starts off with Savannah moving back to Phoenix. I think it was Phoenix.
I
I
think
think
it's
so. But the Gloria and Robin and Bernie was already there, but it started off with her moving back to Phoenix, and, telling her being the narrator of the story and telling her side or whatever. And you fast forward a little bit, she's going to meet a guy named what was that guy named John? No, I'm sorry, wrong one. That's the I'm gonna get it together. Lionel. She was going to meet
Lionel.
Lionel at the party, and then everything was looking good. They both kind of was feeling each other. They was slow dancing and everything. She was just when she was about to exhale. Why would you bring a woman to a party and your girlfriend with you? I need to know what was the thought process. Girlfriend, side chick, baby, I don't know what she was because they don't never say. But why would you gonna meet a woman for the first time? Bring somebody else. Please make it make sense.
Cause niggas be lying.
That's not even a good lie though. That's horrible.
And then they be stupid. They be stupid. They be
Oh no,
mm,
she's on that time. You
I don't
ain't
know.
dance with me all night. Well, why you still there? Then he over there dancing. You think he over there dancing with another woman, and you over there fussing with him about it? I ain't nothing
She
to
wasn't
argue
even
about.
supposed to be there. She really wasn't even supposed to be there.
She said it was Kenya Moore. It was Kenya.
Hmm.
It was Kenya Moore. She had a very 2-second minimum role. You shaking the whole desk.
Oh, I thought you. I'm like, what?
But yeah, I just don't understand. And then if you fast forward a little bit, she still end up dealing with this dude like 5 months later. For why? After that
So,
interaction, what will make you still meet up, whatever they did before they got to the scene? I don't know if that was the first interaction, if they talked a little bit in between, because they don't really show or say. He was just kind of insinuated. Why 5 months later you still dealing with this dude and that's your first interaction?
girl, listen. Don't ask me. Do not ask me because I'm the person that has back paddled and should have front pedaled. So don't ask me.
Honey, we all done backpedal. Let's be clear. When I'm asking these questions, I just want to make it clear it ain't from a judgmental place. If you knew my story, okay, and all the things that I've been through, as the gospel song say. No judgment. I just want to know why we be doing this stupid stuff.
I be bored. I be bored, baby, and I don't get free time from these kids often. So whenever I get free time, I'm like, let me just hit up somebody that I know who's gonna come through. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. He came through all right after she gave him gas money.
Needed some gas money.
So ignorant.
I'm not gonna do.
No. Okay. No, she said boredom is definitely the enemy. Facts. Because in the whole scene when she talking about it, when he in there looking at himself and looking at his, I guess he thought it was pretty and brushing his teeth with her toothbrush and all that. She was talking pure junk about it, but she was like, "But look, I need some. Okay, it is what it is.
Right.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna get
using
this
my
nut."
toothbrush,
That's nasty.
using my toothbrush. Well, is it nasty? It is. It's nasty.
That's nasty. Especially when you don't know him.
Right.
And he was at the party with another girl. I mean, come on now.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
Some things ain't meant to be shared, okay? Oh my God. But that was part of
Okay.
Savannah's story starting off. Of course, Bernie's story starting off was her getting dressed. They were supposed to be going to a work event party, whatever. And he walking there. And he actually said, and I wrote it down, she don't want to be alone tonight, and she shouldn't have to be.
Get me, because why do I got to be alone tonight?
It's the audacity. Just say you leaving me and go about your business.
She don't want to be alone tonight, and she shouldn't be, baby. When I listen,
she'd have been alone because he wouldn't have made it.
I would have burnt down that house that night.
With him in it. Sorry, no, I wouldn't have did
that. I done burnt down the house before I can do it again.
I'm done. I am done. OMG. But why not just why do people cheat? I guess everybody keeps asking this question. Nobody really know the solid answer. I can kind of see it too, and it's no, I can't. No, I want to be clear because I don't want nobody mistaking my words. I could see why it would be harder to leave when you have been married for so long and got kids and things. It turned out that all the stuff was in his name. She didn't have none in his name, none of the business, none of the money, none of the account. Come on, girl. I'm gonna need you to be Bernie. I'm gonna need you to be a little smarter. Put something together, co-sign on something. But it don't matter. I guess when you're married, it really don't matter at the end of the day. But
it does matter. That's why I be telling women stop being stupid. Doggone it. I don't care if that man is the breadwinner. You better figure something the hell out.
But she said she was his secretary, okay?
Working every day of the
week.
Was at the job when nobody else was there, helping you get on your feet.
Okay? 11 years. I don't know.
11 years she said.
But in the song, 11 years. Okay.
But still, even with doing all of that, as a woman, like, let's be smart. One of the at the job I had went to sit in for this lady that was, well, I was there, the person, the worker that needed to be there. And
Uh-huh.
she was saying that she got into the business. So she was teaching a class on women and retirement and all this kind of stuff. And the reason why she got into it was because I can't remember if her husband died and she was burnt in the end in the background, or if they separated and she ended up getting burnt. But anyway, it was like, so like she had to start over from scratch.
Mm.
And so now she like teaches women to not have to start over from scratch, so that they don't have to be in the situation that she was in. And a lot of it is communication. Like, women, talk to your man, talk to your husband. If you can let somebody put their penis in your vagina, which is something I have always said a
Yep.
bunch of times,
A lot. Mm-hmm.
why can't you have a conversation with that person? That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me. And why isn't your name on at least one thing? Why is he able to make all these executive decisions behind your back and do all of this and you have no say so? That's stupid.
I mean, but it also depends on the state you in, because in our state it don't matter. It don't matter if no
Right.
names is on each other thing. It don't matter if he cheated, if she cheated. None of that matter. If you was married, everything's y'all. I learned that
Use
recently. I didn't know
use a court.
that. Which if you married and you building things together, I think it should be y'all's. But I think it's insinuating circumstances. Like, if you left me because you found somebody else and you was cheating, you was having an affair, and you left me, but then I still gotta give you half of everything I own.
I don't think that's right.
That ain't right. It should be some line items to be like, if you do
Right.
A, B, C, D, if you beat my tail every night, you know what I'm saying? It should be some line items. Well, they don't add up. But anywho, I think it also depends on the state you live in too, I guess. But either way, you should both parties. It ain't just the women. It ain't just the men. Everybody need to be more smarter and put
What's
things in order.
I
Put
agree.
things in order. Put things in order. Let's see. Let's see. Gloria. I love Gloria. I do love Gloria, and I actually kind of related to her. Oh, let me read what was this comment. I'm sorry, I don't let me miss nothing. But he started out with, "Would you be terribly upset if we didn't get to the party tonight?" He did. He said it like they wasn't gonna get to the party.
He should
He said it like he was talking about both of them.
she should have shot him in his medulla oblongata. I done
Yeah.
told y'all.
They should be in prison listening to your butt.
That's fine.
Oh my god. Oh,
That
I
is
wanted to
fine.
rewind back though. She really made an emphasis, and I've heard a lot of people do this, so I wanted to bring it up. She really made an emphasis of she was mad that he was cheating on her. A, mad that he was cheating on her and they've been together so long. B, three, B. I'm putting fingers and I'm saying letters. I'm sorry, y'all. I promise I ain't drinking. I done stopped it. But she really put emphasis on the fact that it was because it was a white woman too. Why was that such a big deal? Explain it to the
Because why
people.
the fuck you going to the other side?
Woo!
That's why.
So strange.
That's why. But so I think like back whenever that movie was made, when was that movie? When did that movie come out?
95.
95. That's I was thinking 95. I was right. So I'm even though I was 10, 11 back then, I'm just guessing that at that time it was supposed to be more of black families, and you didn't really see a whole lot of interracial dating and relationships and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And black women were the ones that was out here like having these men's backs. Like she said, she was his secretary every day of the week. She was there when nobody else was there. So
Mm-hmm.
now that you're up and you cheated on me, not only did you cheat on me, you went outside of the race and you went and got this white bitch.
But she ain't gotta be a bitch.
Yes, the hell she do. You went and
Man.
got her of all people, and she wasn't even cute.
She worked at the office that Bernie helped start up. Was that the same office that Bernie helped start up? I don't know. But yeah. I think it was one time in my life, a long, long time ago when I was like 21, 22 or something. I did make a comment one time to a guy for whatever reason about him being with a white woman. But as soon as I said it, and as soon as he looked at me the way he looked at me when I said it, it changed my whole mind frame. I don't know why. I had to tell myself it's just at the end of the day, we just all people. It don't really matter
Yeah.
if they white, black women take steal husbands too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That right there just changed my mind, and I realized it was that old mind frame of, like you said, because it was a while where people was really trying to celebrate black love and really have black families together and things of that nature. But instead of focusing on being afraid of being with the white folk, they should have been focusing on how to be stay in them daggone relationships. They were so cold and so tight too.
Right.
Cause you doing all of that and you still ain't got the family. So what was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point?
Yeah, I promise I'm not winking at y'all. My contact is dry and it keeps doing crazy things, but I'm not winking at y'all.
She winking at you. So was the next scene with Gloria or was the next scene with Robin? I don't remember.
I don't
It don't
remember, but
matter.
just go
They
ahead.
may not be in order, but let's go on to Robin. When Robin was talking about after she met Michael.
Michael pissed me the fuck off.
He was a good man, though.
Mm.
He was a good man. He was a great guy. Unfortunately, the first scene we seen with him was them having sex, and the first round was horrible. But after they had the first horrible round of sex, he was like, "What do you want? What's your dreams? What's your goals? What you need out of a man? You know, a life, a relationship." And she was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "No, like what?" And as he was explaining it, like she said, "I want a house and whatever." He's like, "I got that. You know, I already got that." Next, like he was actually a pretty good dude, and even after that, she was like, "Okay, kiss me," and he was like, she was like, "No, slow." And then she did, and she was like, "Oh," and I just exploded. So when the scene went off, I figured they was gonna be all right. The next thing knew, the next scene I remember them two together, they couldn't even look at each other. Did they ever really tell why or what happened?
They didn't. And I thought that I had missed something. I rewinded it back because I was doing like a whole bunch of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Excuse me. But they never told why they was acting like that. But he pissed me off. I was angry. So in my mind, I blamed him for the situation.
What did piss you off for?
Because he was just, I didn't like the way that he handled her in front of everybody.
But like, we don't know how she handled him because we don't know what happened.
This is true.
Now, if I had to take a gander, it was the situation all us women undone when he was the good guy, and we didn't want the good guy. We want the bad guy gonna treat us like trash, but the sex gonna be bomb.
This is true.
If I had to guess, now again, I don't know what happened, but if I had to guess, she probably just either, you know, yeah. I feel like it was probably her fault. He was just retaliating, honestly. But we only seen the retaliation. We didn't see.
She would never do that. I would never do that. I told you, me and her resonated the most. Me and her resonated the most.
I cannot. Tierra said, "Oh, hold up." Oh, Tierra said she fired him because he didn't agree with her work. So did she did say something about firing him, but I didn't realize she meant like firing him from work or firing him for her life. I didn't realize which. I guess back then when they said fire, they meant what they said and said what they meant. Like she said no, she exploded because she did her Kegel exercises. I'm done. She did say she held her pelvis tight, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That's terrible. She said,
"Let me just hold this Kegel."
Oh my God. The first thing they showed with Gloria, that you kind of got the dynamic of she was a single parent and she had the teenage son who was literally about to graduate high school, you know, and dealing with being a single parent of a black boy, you know, enough said, we ain't got to say much. But she said something about daddy was coming and he wasn't paying her no attention about daddy. And he made the comment like, is he coming here for me or you?
Right.
he was right. It turned out she let the man come over there, and the boy wasn't even at home. And he talking
Mm-hmm.
about, so when he coming home tomorrow? What? Why?
Mama gotta have a life too, Jody.
Okay. Lisa and baby boy mama and them was together. He didn't even live. He lived in California. He didn't live there. And turned out to be, he said,
He said
he said
bisexual.
bisexual. Mm-hmm. You think she knew he was bisexual? You think she really was surprised?
I think that she knew. She just didn't. She was surprised that he said it out loud. But
Nah.
as long as he was still giving her the attention that she wanted, she was fine with it. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah. The
that's my
interesting
thought.
part of it was that she automatically related him saying he was gay, or what he was saying about what had happened last time, which was surprising to me. If it didn't go down last time, why was you so excited about this time? I digress.
Right.
But you see really in the moment that her confidence was really shattered even before then, because she automatically related it to her weight, gaining weight, or it being
Mm-hmm.
her, or things of that nature. And that's so sad. Like why do women, I've done that, especially when I was bigger, and I still do it. Like I was literally just telling my husband the other day, because we was watching that. It's a new show on Netflix about something about the thickest. I can't remember,
Girl,
but it was just.
I love that
I know.
show.
I
And
watched it
they
in a
not
day and a
coming out with a
half.
season 2 no time soon. Because
Netflix made
I
me sick.
immediately went to see
Netflix
if a
made me
season 2
sick.
was coming out. It's
Ugh.
because of the writers strike that they got going on in Hollywood.
Oh, okay,
Y'all
gotcha,
need to
gotcha,
pay
gotcha.
these writers because I need
I need
Survivor
season
the
two.
Thickest to come
I
back
need season two.
ASAP.
It was so good, but it was the interaction, even in that, about how people was treating her like they were surprised that she had the man that she had and things of that nature. But anywho,
Mm-hmm.
my point was, it's just the societal effect of how people look at or treat big women, for you to have to put yourself in situations where she messing with somebody she only see probably once a year. You
Right.
know, and automatically assumed that he was saying he was gay for that. Number one, I don't know no man who gonna say that don't mean it. But
Right.
number two, I hate that it had to, she was so beautiful. She wasn't even that big.
Right. Not even. Not even that big. I remember whenever I started my weight loss journey, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, whenever you get skinny, don't be out here trying to he was like, don't let them niggas that didn't talk to you whenever you was bigger try to holler at you now. And I was like, I ain't really never had no issue with dudes trying to holler at me. It's the
Right,
fact that they
none.
ain't never it's either way. Anyway, he said something. I forgot what he said. And I was like, well, all of my friends that are plus size, all of them are in a relationship or got a boyfriend or a significant other or whatever. So for you to say that they only going to want me because I'm smaller, for the most part, I've been smaller than most of my friends. Even whenever I was my thickest, I was
Right,
still smaller than a lot of them.
right.
And I'm still saying, so I was like,
Weight literally has
niggas,
nothing to do with it.
I was like,
Weight
the
literally.
niggas, they love them. They
If
love the
to be
bigger.
completely honest, if a woman, if you want to base it on size, I want to be clear. If you feel like a woman is not with somebody that's bigger because of her size, it's not because of her actual size. It's because the toll of her confidence that what the toll of her confidence put on a relationship. So men get tired of men, and if a man watch this later, please correct me. But what I get from him is men get tired of not having to tell you that you're beautiful, and not trying to get you to see it that you're beautiful, but get you to understand it and see what they see, to the point where you finally can be comfortable within yourself in a relationship.
Right, right,
They can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you beautiful
right,
100 times a day, but until you believe it, what can they? You know what I'm saying? What can they do? So that puts a lot of pressure and a lot of toll on the relationship, because it's so hyper focused. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm trying to
sounds
act like I
good.
know.
We gonna roll
I'm
with it.
trying to act like I know how to talk tonight. Um,
It sounds good. We gonna
they
roll
so
with it.
focused on, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that don't matter, because your
Right,
size don't really matter. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But But when you know how confidence, that's the first thing you see. I did not.
Right.
I was a. I still feel like I'm a big girl, and people look at me like I'm crazy when I say it. But you literally just do not see what people see, and it's
Same.
all in your head, and no man can fix it. So
It's within me.
you think
Even
you're
at
gonna
my
find the
biggest,
right man that's gonna make you feel that way. It ain't happening, Captain.
it ain't happening. 'Cause,
It
baby,
ain't
at my biggest and at my smallest, I'm still crazy. That's what I'm saying.
happening. They got the same personality, okay? Same trauma. Uh, but why was Gloria excited when apparently the last time he did? I literally right. I was thinking the same thing. Like he was like, "You remember the last time when I didn't actually respond to you?" She was like, "Yeah, it just feels because I didn't gain weight." Like, why did you was so excited to see him then? I don't
Girl,
understand.
maybe she thought she had lost a little bit of weight since the last time she seen him, and
Mm.
she was happy about her weight loss. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's what I'm gonna go
Oh,
with.
okay. That's what it was. All right. Still look stupid, but all right. So of course the infamous the infamous scene. I really wish I could have played some scenes for y'all, but they be blocking it when you play scenes. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Get over it, Facebook. But of course the infamous scene where Bernie was mad and before she cut all her hair off and all that, she was mad and she ended up taking all his stuff and putting it in the car. She did move the car up a little bit. I forgot about that part. I was just thinking she threw it out there and
Smart.
then but she threw all the stuff in the car and it was all the words she was. Would you ever remember how many times you had sex with somebody in 11, 12, 15 years?
No,
What, I think it was 732. 732. 732.
child. Listen,
Who remembers that?
I don't even remember how many niggas I done had sex with. I don't keep count.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that
732.
my number is huge. I'm
Right, right,
also
right.
not
We
saying
got
that
it.
my number is low. I'm
Right.
just saying I ain't
She's
got
saying she
time
a
to be
grown
counting
woman.
shit.
That's the synopsis. I'm a grown woman. Okay. 732. Okay. She said, I guess she remembered it because it wasn't that many times for 11 years. 732?
732. I'm just
I don't
curious.
remember how many times
700.
last month. You talking about 732?
Child, last week. I'm like, did I? Okay, it's 365 days in a
Yeah,
year,
that's not a
give or
lot now that
take.
you think about it.
So 11 times 11, that's 4,015 days. And they
Mm,
only had sex 732 times.
732
That means
times.
it was 3,283 days that they didn't have sex. I might would have kept up with that shit because why the fuck?
Okay, calculator. Okay, come
Because
through.
now I'm a little bit concerned. That's a lot of days.
That's a lot of days.
Bernie, you should have been left. You should have been stacking up your paper on the side, honey.
But how would she?
700
She was devoting all her time to him and the family.
because she shouldn't been doing that.
I know. I know.
It's
She said,
always
see the math ugly. It is.
whenever you break it down and do the math, it got ugly. Because at first I was like, I ain't keeping no count. But then after I seen that, hell yeah, I'm going to keep count. I'm going to know
Mm.
732 times. And how many of those times did you actually have an orgasm, Bernie? Probably none.
I hope she at least had one when she was pregnant with them two kids.
No, a lot of times we got pregnant and we didn't have orgasms whenever we got pregnant.
Ain't the case with me, but so after she done that, they didn't really say anything else happened after that, but the next scene between them two was when she went into the office and slapped that woman. She slapped the woman did a whole whoa. She did a whole spin.
said, can I have a moment with my husband?
She said, wait a minute. Wow. Oh my God. She did a whole 360 on this. You better.
Because why was your pale ass standing in front of me, between me and my husband in the first place? Right. Bitch, if you don't move, I'm pretty sure that y'all done pillow talked and he already done told you that number one, I don't like you. Number two, I'm mad because you white. and then you gonna hop your white ass in front of me between me and my black ass husband. Yes, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you. And go dig your grandma up and slap that bitch too.
You know what? So she did that because, and like I said, I don't know if some more stuff happened in between or if it was literally just because of the whole car burning situation. He turned around and took all the money out the bank, every single penny. Then had the nerve to say, "Well, you know, business ain't been great for a while," but then gonna offer her 300,000, say, "Take it." Now, how many women would have took that 300,000?
I might would have, but I still would have fought.
Nah.
It depends. It depends.
She was smart. She was smart that she didn't take that money. And then even after that, when they went to court the first time, he was only ordered to pay $3,000 a month or something crazy, and the mortgage was $5,000.
Crazy. $5,000 back in 1995.
Right.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And we talking about mortgage in 95. You know what interest rate was then?
Listen, I don't even think vagina cost $40 back in 1995.
I'm dead. Oh, dead. Oh my God. 5,000. She said, you know the mortgage $5,000. That's okay.
Listen, baby, I probably would have stayed. If my mortgage was $5,000 and I was happy in that house and we had our kids and I could just move, like I could just go accordingly. Baby, go sleep with that white girl twice a week. I'm fine with it. I can't afford this shit by myself. Yes, the hell I do.
She don't mean it. She might have meant it for about the first year. Then after that, something gonna be burnt down. Let me tell you right now. The first time she needed him and he wasn't there, it would have been cut off.
You know,
if he would have came in there and said she don't want to be alone tonight, it would have been shut down.
Flip the whole table over. Doggone it. Everything.
Shut down. I ain't worried about. Don't listen to that. She talking smoke. She owe me that.
My friend know me.
Tara said he handled that poorly, but it seems like she knew he had a mistress for a while, but wanted him to keep quiet about it. She really did, because she, the way she reacted, she clearly already knew about it. But at that point, the way she was talking, it was more about the respect of the situation than it was the cheating, which is crazy.
2 days a week, you can go over there and slide in her. Doggone it. Just make sure this mortgage is paid. And I don't care if she didn't want to be alone tonight. She should have found her a boyfriend on the side.
Right. She should have had somebody else too. Okay. Sound like a personal problem.
Okay. Not our problem.
Not our problem. Now, my good friend Tierra had sent me a few notes because I told her I didn't get to watch all of it. And I want to rewind back to one note. Back to Michael and Robin. She said Michael was she said Robin said that Michael was a 38D.
His titties was bigger than mine.
She said he also came out in the bathroom with his shirt tucked in his boxers. I didn't either. I did not know. Oh my God. He just jumped on in it too. He didn't, kiss on the jaw or nothing. He just got on the
foreplay.
She was like, I didn't even get to see what he was working with. Like,
no, she probably had a UTI the next day.
And then had the nerve to be talking while it's good, ain't it? Yeah, it's good, ain't it? I am good. I'm sorry. I still like Michael though. Let me be clear.
Quickest way to piss me the fuck off.
But that was funny. I'm sorry. Well, you said you relate to Robin. What about Robin and Troy?
Troy is the one that stole the money from her, right?
Leather in the summertime. Ooh.
Listen, baby. Ooh.
She really was naive and didn't think he stole from her either. Savannah was like, girl, I'm getting off this phone. Bye.
I would have known he stole from me. She said, I just instantly thought, whenever I watched this movie back, I thought about that dude that I had met that seemed really cool, and then I found out he was on drugs. Like
Yeah.
that was him. That was him. If he had known where I lived at, he would have came to my house with some
Right.
leather on, trying to get me back to like, can I use your bathroom? No, you
Mm,
can't use my damn bathroom.
no.
Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you and your bladder. Like,
Mm, I can't. And then wanted her to meet his mama after about 2 days. Dude. He was
I'm
drunk too. She said he was 2 hours late and drunk.
2 hours late and drunk and got leather on in the summer in Arizona.
And had a whole 13-year-old that and he told her about it then. He tell her before after she said she wasn't gonna want me to tell my mama my child, my son. What? And how you tell somebody you got no child?
You know how many women would want to meet my mama?
None.
None.
Nada. Nobody.
Not it.
Let's be clear. Now, what was Russell's problem with Robin? Was he married too? Russell was Leon, right?
Yes. No.
I wrote it down.
Was Russell Leon? Was Russell Leon? Wait a minute.
Come on, Tia, hear me out. I wrote Russell down, so I was thinking that was Leon.
Was Russell
Yeah,
Leon?
Leon. That was Leon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he was married too. Robin's longtime married lover. So both Robin and Savannah were messing with married men. Poor little tank tanks.
I don't see nothing wrong with. No, let me stop. I do see something wrong with it.
I can't die. Get on my nerves.
If the living is there.
What was bad about Savannah's married man though, his mama was trying to push the married man on her.
And
Can we talk about toxic?
Listen.
You listening?
I'm sorry. I was responding. My bad. What was I about to say? Oh, my daddy reminded me so much of that. Like, he like, that's a good man, Savannah. Daddy, that is not a good man. I am not gonna talk to him. I think my daddy just want me married. Just give away to anybody.
Yeah, she said Russell was married and said he would leave his wife one day. That's the same thing that what
That's
was his
it.
name? Kenneth. Was it Kenneth? He was saying the same thing. But while he was, I think one of the scenes when she followed was fed up, like finally fed up because she had just got off the phone with mama. Mama after mama said they cut her food stamps and all that. And mama was like, he said he was coming. He's a good man. Blah blah blah. I don't know if it was that scene or scene before, but mama had made the comment that everyone needs a man. You agree with that?
Yes and no.
All right, explain.
So, yes, I feel like every woman does need a good man in their life. And emphasis on good.
Right.
You don't just need a man in your life to have a man in your life.
Right.
Because that's detrimental to you, your health, and all of those good things. Like, in my mind, I recently had a conversation with somebody, and I don't like their person of interest. I can't stand him. I feel like he is the bottom of shoe gum. But they're happy with the fact that they got a man in their life. And I was like, that's fine. You can have it. Nobody is jealous of that, baby. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody. You can have that.
Right.
Because I can do all of that by myself.
Honey, I can do bad by myself, as Minister Tyler Perry say.
Right.
I call everybody minister, but but it's true though. It's true. Like you don't need that. I don't know. What do you get out of that in the long run? I don't.
Out of just having a man.
Yeah. What do you get out of that in the long run?
Sex and just to say I got a man. My man. But you paying for
sex
everything.
anywhere. You get sex anywhere. You can get sex and no responsibilities.
I know that's what I like.
so 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 why do I just don't understand in the long run, like why?
So I think some people just they want to be married because that's what society put into the want to be in a relationship, not necessarily married or in a relationship because that's what society put into women's heads. Women heads. I had to make sure I said it right. I thought I said
Right.
woman. Um,
Yeah.
it's always been instilled in our brains that we are supposed to have men, and a lot of the times growing up, even if a lot of the women, our aunties, our mamas, our grandparents, they had men, but they wasn't good men, but they just had a man, and
Right.
that was fine because as long as he come home to me, that's fine. And a lot of people are okay with that. I'm a
Mm,
person that's not okay with that.
right.
I am a person that's open to open relationships, is open to polyamory, but that comes with communication.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times back in those days, it wasn't communication. It was just the person across the street, Katrina across the street, looked just like Patrice.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna assume that they are probably sisters after we done got grown and then started figuring shit out. But they
Right.
just grew up as best friends. Whole time,
Mm-hmm.
granddaddy been going back and forth the whole
Mm-hmm.
time, sleeping with
Yep.
both of them. And both of them probably knew, and both of them probably didn't care, but nobody had communication with each other,
I ain't gonna
which
say they
is
didn't
stupid.
care. A lot of the women cared. They just didn't think.
They
They
just
just
didn't have the
thought that's
room
what it
talk.
was. I don't
Yeah,
know. They just thought that it what it was, or like you said, they was in a situation where they didn't work or provide or had any finances or what I'm saying, things of that nature. Or they was raised up in the household. Once you get married, you always stay married. So they just
I was
they don't
saying,
want you to do it. They gonna fuss them out every time, but
mm.
he keep doing it, and she keeps staying. Like I don't know. It's
And
not
it,
it's not healthy at all.
it's
Not
not.
healthy at all. And even and I ain't saying whoever you talking about is this way, but even when you portraying that in the public, it's something in you still empty in the long run.
Right.
That ain't happy. I don't
It
care what
is.
you say. I don't care. You can sit here and talk to me until you blue in the face. I don't believe it. It ain't
Right.
nobody wants that type of relationship like that anyway. Now, like you said, if you got an agreement, that's how y'all gonna live, and it's one thing. But nah, anybody got time? Chair said it was a net sin, I think, because Mama called Savannah mad that she ended the relationship. I'm mad that Kenneth kept calling Mama, keeping her in the loop. Let's talk
Mhm.
about that. Let's talk about how you use your mistress mama to keep your side chick.
Listen, I don't care if you my main my husband. Why are you calling my mama, telling on me, telling what I'm
Right.
doing? Oh, don't do that. That's the quickest way to piss me off. That just made me
Right.
mad just thinking about it. I get mad whenever dudes that I used to talk to, how your mama doing? Fuck you. Don't ask her. Don't ask about how she doing.
I'm done. He can't care.
He don't care. That's just his way of trying to get in. They might care.
You see how thought process works. He don't care. I mean, he might.
He might, but don't be asking how my mama doing, doggone it. Don't be
Hey.
calling my mama telling on me.
Oh my
Snitch.
God. I don't even know
Did
who
you
worse,
tell her
him or
all the
mama.
times that you was eating my ass while you out here telling shit? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I know you ain't. Sound like you hit a nerve. I was just saying I don't know who worse, him or mama. I feel like it's mama.
That's why I was about to say,
Because
mama is
stupid
definitely
people gonna
worse.
be stupid people, but mama definitely shouldn't be sitting there and keep talking to him, especially
Right.
knowing that he was married. Just ridiculous. But Gloria did end up. Well, I ain't know if you wanted to talk about it or not, but how Gloria told her son how his daddy was gay.
That was very wrong.
It was so wrong. But I must say the dude, I don't know his name. I just know him from Clueless. I actually never knew his
Donald.
name. Donald is his name? Donald
Donald
mm,
Faison.
Faison. Uh-huh. But the way he acted, that was some good acting in that reaction though. Also, I know that wasn't the point of the scene, but I was like, okay, he acted a little bit. He did that. He was like, "Oh, you telling me my daddy's a fag? Or you saying he gay?" Now I don't believe these words. Now I'm just acting in the scene. And he was like, okay, okay, my daddy's a daddy. My daddy's like every man. Like that thing was good. I was like, you better act. Okay.
You better do that.
You better do that. You need a little award. Give me your award. Black actor award. Okay. Um, but okay, fast forward back. But Gloria did end up finding a good man. Because Marvin was
Because that,
good.
that was a good man, Savannah.
That
Hold on,
was
let
a
me get it right.
good.
A good man. Because you got to put that.
Mama, how was he good? I need to know how he was good. I'm sorry. Gloria found a good man. Look, we getting all off.
I know what I liked about the first scene whenever they first met each other, whenever she
Mm,
first like approached him or whatever. I
uh-huh.
liked the commentary that they had
Mm-hmm.
with between each other. But the
Yeah.
walking away, as women,
Yes.
we always want to know that he's looking at
Uh-huh.
me. He is looking
Uh-huh.
at me as I
It's
am
like
walking away.
she was walking too. I'm sure if he's looking at me, he is. and then how he stumbled a little bit as he was looking at it. That whole scene was cute.
Yes, I love that
Gregory
scene.
Hines. That was cute. That's his name, right? Look, look. I don't know if it's you freezing or me freezing. Okay,
It's
you good.
probably me. My internet been
Um,
acting crazy.
yeah, if you got spectrum, everybody in it been acting crazy. But yeah, that whole scene was cute. But again, she was worried about her weight because the commentary said, "Well, I don't need to be as big as I am," and he was like, I like women with a little meat
I
on them."
know me.
Honey, she couldn't even concentrate after that. He was talking to her. She was just.
Baby would have licked him from the tip of his tongue to the top of his head.
I need to
Doggone it,
be.
you like a woman that eat. Let's see if you like it now.
But do you eat? Nah. That was the follow up. No. But she did. I also really loved it. I know it's mixed reviews on the interaction between Bernie and James, but I really loved their interaction between Bernie and James, aka Wesley Snipes.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I loved that whole like the feeling that whole the two scenes gave. Just it was just
It
because.
was. What's your take on it? I'm gonna
No,
tell you
go
my
ahead. You
take.
go ahead. You go ahead.
So I was gonna say I like the transparency of it and the
Mm-hmm.
pureness of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm being honest, whenever I tell men, be honest, be transparent with me, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
That scene, that very first scene, this is what I mean. Be open, be honest, be transparent. Give me a choice
Yeah.
to decide if I want to be a part of this mess, situation, or whatever. I loved that.
Yeah. 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 I definitely love the scene as well. Of course, people feel mixed about it because even though he was transparent and said that he had a wife and said that he loved her and blase blase, if that was the case, how they end up in the hotel room. Like they still human. Like
Right.
I don't know why people be getting on the people being human. At least they didn't sleep together. Would
She
you
was
been
about
able
to
to say the
die.
same? Okay.
She was about to die. The wife was about to die. She's on
Yeah.
hospice. Damn it. He got to move on at
I
some point in
mean,
time.
that ain't a good rebuttal at all. We're gonna scratch that from the record. But we're gonna scratch that from the record. But I didn't really think it was about that. Like I think the whole scene was just about them both understanding pain and needing somebody in the pain.
Right.
That's what I
Yeah.
got from it. You know what I'm saying? He
So
was going through the that's the synopsis. Okay, y'all. Not he had to move on. We're not going there. Because I don't think she get on my nerves. Oh
every squirrel needs
god.
their nut, damn it. So
Nah, I'm done. Yeah, one of the things he said that they hadn't had sex, he said I ain't had sex. And how long did he say? 2 years?
it was years. It
It was
wasn't
it was
as many
years.
as Bernie
It
had had.
wasn't. It was not. Very true indeed. but he was real transparent. Like I love my wife. He said, especially when they got back to the room, he said she's the only woman I love. He said he even mentioned that something like, a lot of people will assume that because she has cancer, she's about to die, blase blase. They would give me room to be like, go ahead and whatever he said. I don't remember very words, but he was like, no, I'm not gonna tell you the lie. I love my wife. She was my first love, blase blase. But of course, we have to also acknowledge that it's lonely being the significant other in a situation of somebody having cancer.
Right.
So that's
And
what
being
you
a
need to pull
caretaker.
from it. Right, being a caretaker. It's very
Being a caretaker.
taxing, very lonely, you know, very draining. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that trip that he was on in that moment probably been the only time he had been away. If you want to be real
Right.
about it, like,
And, and probably was worried the whole time. But this was the first person that he
probably
probably done sat down beside in a minute that he felt comfortable with
was.
to
Right.
diverse everything that was going on in his life. Word
Mm-hmm.
vomit, which was
Yeah.
fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Every squirrel need that nut.
I'm cheeky on my nerves. But I did. I loved that. I loved it. And I think that was the first scene with a song by Aretha played. That woo so bad.
Mm,
So sad. Oh my god. It's
mm.
so sad. It's so sad. But it's so good. The whole soundtrack was good. I know we talked about that
It
last
was.
week, I think. But that whole
You want to know
soundtrack was
something?
good.
As I was looking at this movie, because I looked at it 2 days in a row, but y'all, I still only made it through the first hour. I didn't realize the movie was 2 damn hours.
Yeah,
That's
it
one
is
thing.
2 hours long. But it's so good.
Um,
If you actually have time to watch it, you don't realize
right. But I looked at the whole thing the other day, but I didn't really pay attention. But I did pay attention to the music, and I was like, this was a good ass soundtrack.
That was
This
one of them you play
was.
from top to bottom. You ain't got to skip not one song, okay? And it take you through all the emotions. You happy, you sad, you mad, you cutting, you
And
burning cars.
listen, I might have to put that CD, like that album just needs to be somebody got me fucked up album. Like
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm gonna listen to. Let me go through my
Mm,
emotions.
let me go through my emotions, okay? She said so. Jungle Fever came out in '91. Then he stepped in this movie with the same situation from that movie. Was that the same situation from
I didn't watch Jungle Fever.
what? I know. Oh, do you mean because he was dating a? Was he dating a white woman in Jungle Fever?
I'm
I've
pretty
seen
sure
Jungle
because
Fever, but
Jungle
I'm
Fever,
blanking on it.
Jungle Fever sounds white, and then his wife ended up being white. So I'm assuming he got jungle fever. He got jungle fever.
That's another movie I need to go back and watch. And honestly, now that you don't brought it up, I do
I ain't
remember
never watched Jungle
Samuel in
Fever.
it on it. Cause Mama, I'm hungry. And you ain't never watched Jungle Fever. Something wrong with her. Something wrong with her. That's a good movie.
Girl.
She said, "Girl, that's a good movie." She don't like Spike Lee like that, though. I don't think, right?
I don't. I'm not a
Mm,
Spike Lee fan.
that's a good movie. That's a good movie.
Sorry,
Uh,
Spike Lee.
but but I think they had a sweet moment. He wanted companionship of a woman, and she needed to be healed, and they accepted each other. That's facts. And he
And
said, "Yes,
sometimes
that's
that's all.
why what they call that's what they used to call interracial." Yeah, I knew that. I just couldn't remember when you said he brought the story from that. I was processing, but yeah, he was dating a white woman. That was a good. I'm about to go back and watch it. It's
I'm
amazing
gonna
how
have
if
to
you
watch.
ain't watched a movie in a long time, it's just you remember it was good, but you don't remember no details.
I'm trying to think. Did I watch Jungle Fever? Because I kind of remember. I don't know. I'll watch it and let y'all know if I watched it before.
You have
Because
to admit,
sometimes I watch movies and don't even know what the name of it is.
Ooh. Yeah, that's true. Well, but a lot of people would just automatically say that the scene with her burning up the car was the best scene ever. But to me, the best scene was the birthday gathering when all four girls was going through all the emotions at the little, and she come blow Glory come blow that cake out to save her life. I don't know why. I don't know what he was doing. But it was so emotional. It was from, we happy, we having a birthday to we crying and Robin calling on this me bit on the phone. Which definitely is
Because
Cassidy. Definitely Cassidy, okay? Now it's ringing. That's definitely her. Um
because
but
get me, doggone it.
but one of the questions Well, so first of all, the first note I wrote down is that Bernie was in that scene. She was so mad about the situation as a whole. But again, instead of saying I'm mad because he's leaving me, I've been with him for this long, blase, blase. She was putting all the emotion towards being mad at the mistress, and I'm like, why do we? I ain't saying don't be mad at her because obviously, if she worked with him, she had to know he was married. Now, don't get me wrong, but that ain't the
Right.
person you had the commitment to.
Exactly.
But she mad at her. I can't stand her. I can't believe her. I believe her. She ain't had no skin in the game. I mean, she did later, I guess.
None.
But she didn't. Sorry, that was shady as a mud.
That's
But
good. I
why?
like that.
That was shady. Whew. But why be so mad? Why we be so mad at the mistress?
Because this is why. Honestly, if that man would have stayed with Bernadine,
Mm-hmm.
they would have still been together. She was mad because he left and he didn't want to be with her. That's it. That's it. At the end of the day, a lot of the times the women they're fine with their man out there doing the shit that they doing, but you left me. Some of them, I ain't saying all of them, a lot of them,
A lot. That's
and,
strong
I'm
word.
gonna use my 95% of them are okay
Nah,
with it.
nah, we talked about this percentage of yours now. But go
Okay,
ahead.
94.72
You know what?
are
Just go
fine,
on with your point. On my nerves.
are fine with it as long as the man still come and do what the hell he's supposed to do. She would have been fine with it. She probably would have been upset. It probably would have been some lonely nights. It probably would have been some crying nights. But as long as he came back and got back in that bed with her, she was gonna feel like she was number one, which is weird. But a lot of women are okay with that. And but they don't want to admit it.
Difference of opinion. I don't think they
You know
okay with it.
what
I think they force themselves to be okay with it. Because
I'm
like
saying?
Bernie, they have nothing without him. I mean, in our mind,
Well,
because
yeah,
we strong women, we know I don't care if I ain't got nothing, I'm gonna make it happen. But a lot of people, some people don't have that mentality. And she literally was with this man for years, more than 10 years, didn't have nothing in her name. I mean, he had accounts. She later found out he had accounts that she didn't know about and another house she didn't know. Like she literally had nothing.
nothing. And that's
I mean, even
stupid.
after that first court case, she didn't know how she was gonna pay the mortgage. She ain't got no work
That's just
history. She ain't worked in 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to say I would just leave, but we also ain't been married nobody for 15 years and ain't got nothing I name.
oh, baby. I stayed a long time and I wasn't even married. I stayed a long time because I couldn't pay those bills. So trust me, I understand. And my bills compared to 5,000 is
Mm,
way different. But I
right,
also remember that time whenever I came home and my lights was off and my water was off the next time
right,
and I had an eviction notice on my door. But
right,
guess what? The difference was I was working, so I was able to figure this shit out. And
right.
I had money. Like it doesn't make sense to
And
me.
I would think I would always work as well, but I ain't gonna lie to you. It be some days I be laying in this bed if I ain't had to go to work.
You would do something though. You would do something that's going to generate some type of income. I know you. I know you. You know me. We know each other as people. I would probably be a housewife before you be a housewife.
I don't know if I'm housewife material, but I
Right.
don't know.
That's what I'm
My point
saying.
is, my only point is, it's easier to say what we wouldn't do, I guess. But we also have to put in account the situation, the mentality. You know what I'm saying? How people was raised. I was literally just saying this to somebody yesterday, and it wasn't even about relationships. But it really works in everything. You have to take into account how people was raised and their mentality, and their mental health. If they confident in themselves, if they depressed. Like it's so many factors into it. And and if you hear a lot of married women who've been married that long and end up being left, they be like, one day we was happy and married, the next day was 12 years later. Now I don't see how
Praise
that
the
would
Lord.
happen, but I mean, I mean, you
He was
hear that
just
a
stupid,
lot.
man. He was just stupid.
Yeah, she definitely. I hope she learned a lesson. I hope all women learn the lesson of having something, like you said, even if you just got a Pilates studio. I don't care. Do
Right.
something.
I don't care. I don't care. If you this day and age, you can do Uber, you can do DoorDash. Like there back then in 1995, it was a little bit harder for women to have things outside of their spouse. Now, there's no excuse.
No.
None. Especially if you have a car and license. While that man is out here cheating on you, baby, you better be doing Lyft and DoorDash. You better be doing something.
Yeah.
Uber. You got a whole lot of shit you can do besides sit
I
at the
mean, you
house.
do, but let's be real. I'm gonna be the. You know, I like to be devil's advocate. You know, your butt
Go
ain't gonna
ahead.
be out there door dashing if y'all can afford to pay a $5,000 mortgage. Let's be clear.
I'm probably ain't. But I would be doing some things like this. I'd be like, y'all can come over. We're gonna do paint and sip. And do while the kids at school. But y'all gonna have to pay 20 damn dollars to come into this paint and sip, or $45. Y'all gonna have to pay something. Damn it.
Oh, but I agree with you. I definitely have a plan, and some people feel like when women say they need a plan, you already setting yourself up to be lived. But it's being smart. I would want no man not to have no plan. The same way I should have no plan.
Right.
Because it ain't even got to be being left. I mean, life be life, and people lose spouses out of nowhere. Do you want
Out
to
of
be out here with no
nowhere.
plan and two kids? Like, no.
'Cause you never know. Kenya's might walk into the picture and he be like, Kenya is what I've been needing my whole life. I settle,
Right.
settle for you, Tiffany. But Kenya.
You're helpful. Mm. The uh, the other thing that they said in that scene that I put out, they said a lot in the scene. Let's be clear. If you don't know, if you ain't
Okay.
seen the movie, just go watch it. But this what made me think of you, not in a bad way. Savannah said, "What?" I just want to make it clear. Savannah said, "What happened to the days when men flirted with you and asked you out on dates?" She said that in '95, and we over here all in 2023.
And they was doing better back then.
Right? Even though they were showing up with their girlfriend in the back, but still.
Savannah will have a gun to her head right now. Cause these niggas they don't even ask her no dates. Because what happened?
um,
What happened? Like honestly, what happened?
I don't know.
Me and I want y'all to honestly answer this question. What happened? Like, why
Mm,
do y'all not want to take women out on dates anymore?
mm,
Honestly, I want the honest, and I want to rub your back and say, "Oh, that sucks that you went through that."
yeah, yeah.
But everybody's not like that.
They not.
You just chose the wrong person.
Yeah. We all choose the wrong person sometime or another. We
I
all
do it
do.
every Tuesday.
Um, all right, so we had time, but we're gonna the synopsis of the movie was yeah, she get on my she get on my nerve. You hear me? Of course, we didn't cover everything in the movie because the movie 2 hours long. We'd be here all night. But the synopsis of the situation ended up resolving because Savannah ended up permanently finally dumping the married man. Hallelujah. Bernadine gets the divorce and get a large settlement. Did they say how much the settlement was? I don't remember.
It didn't, but
Baby,
woohoo!
he was mad too. He was big mad. Okay.
Burn cars up. That's the moral to that story. Burn cars up.
Yeah. So she ended up getting a whole lump sum. And hold on. It says Bernadette gets a large divorce settlement from her ex-husband and finds love with a widowed civil rights attorney who encouraged her to pursue her catering dreams. I don't know what
I
they
didn't
talking
see
about.
that part, so I don't know.
I don't either. But
That's
anywho,
possible.
Robin ends up pregnant by the married lover, aka Russell, but dumps him and chooses to raise the baby on her own. Some people wouldn't see that as a win, but being that she dumped him even though she was pregnant after all those years of messing with him, that's big. And then Gloria apologizes
Russell.
to.
She had a baby by Russell. I told you I didn't
Mhm.
get to the end of the
You didn't remember she ended up pregnant because in the last scene she had the bill and everything. They was out there. Of course, I didn't make it that far this time around, but I remember that part. I remember her being
don't
pregnant in
remember
the
that
end.
part. And I watched it. I watched it 2 days in a row. That's the sad part.
That's bad. But she did end up pregnant by the married dude. But she let him go finally because he wasn't
Girl,
gonna never
that's
leave
all
his wife.
that you can do.
Huh? That's
I
a what?
told her that that's all. Get it, baby up. All right, go ahead.
I don't like her. You made me lose my place. Gloria apologized to her neighbor for snapping at him when he suggested that she should let her son grow up. I remember that part and Experience the World. He was
Hmm.
trying to tell her, let Tyreek go, baby, let him experience life. Blase, blase. Do you think that was a syndrome of I? That's my man. You know, a lot of people say black women get to the point where they hook their son, being a placeholder of a man.
So I don't. So me,
I don't
I
think
have
so, but I'm just asking.
right, and I'm gonna say this. I have two boys. My babies are my babies. Um, I want to keep them from being out in the world as black men and as black kids. It's not because I think these are my men.
Right?
Like I'm just a protector of them.
Yeah.
And that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have seen some weird ass shit where some people think that their sons is their boyfriends, and I think that it's weird. I don't think that
Hmm.
my kids are my boyfriends. I don't think that they're my saviors and all this kind of things. Like I just want to protect them from life,
Yeah.
and I get worried about them going outside of the circle that I done built around them.
Right.
That's
Right.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times if women are that close to their sons, because I ain't saying that married women don't get close to their son, but if you compare the two, out of the people I know now, I don't know everybody in the world, but if you compare the two, a lot of times when women are that close to their sons, because that's all they had was each other.
Right.
All they had was each other. So I mean,
And those my
that's my ride or
G's,
die. Okay. And I
baby.
want to make sure you turn into good men, not turn out like your sorry daddy. No, I'm playing.
That's a that's Savannah. I look at
Uh-oh. I lost. Say it one more time.
I want somebody to look at my ears. They're my babies.
I hear you. I hear you. A lot of dating stuff was still relevant that I saw fast, which means we're not evolving as people, which is kind of sad because people be declaring that the world evolving, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean,
That was 1995. Here we are.
here we are. She said it was like 2 million, 2 million, two homes, one in Mexico, half the stocks, and a luxury car. Yes, and you was gonna take that 300,000 like an idiot, Chassie. She got 200 million. Oh Lord, your mic is something happening. I can't hear you. She talking junk too. I'm sure she. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would have took that 300,000, maybe, but I still would have came back for blood.
Okay. He's smart enough to had her sign an agreement and with that 300,000, she'd have been
Oh
out.
no, then I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have did it.
That's the only reason why he would offer it. He knew he was worth 200 million. That's the only reason why he offered it. He didn't care. Time I sell the house. Where your kids gonna live at? Oh,
Right.
idiot.
Oh,
That's the
bitch.
thing I don't understand. I don't like. I don't agree with the whole mentality, that whole mentality that he had in that situation. You knew you was wrong. You left your wife for another woman, high and dry, with your two kids. I don't care if she burnt your mistress house down.
Baby, I don't care if she went to the
Don't act like
graveyard.
you don't owe her nothing. I don't. I don't care. Don't act like you didn't owe her
Right.
nothing. I don't like that.
Even- Go ahead. I was about to
No,
say
go ahead.
something that's going to
No, go ahead.
incriminate the hell out of me. No, go ahead.
She about to. She about to tell it. That's all I had. I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else. Do you remember? Did we miss anything? I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. Mm, mm.
But I
Think I'm
am going to
speaking.
finish watching the movie. I want to watch it like from beginning to end and actually be able to sit down and watch it, which is probably going to be on the weekend. But I did remember. I'm glad that I was able to remember a lot of the things that we talked about tonight.
Right.
That was so good.
It was. It was a really
Um,
good movie. It was a really good movie.
it really was. And I remembered that it was a good movie whenever I started watching it. A lot of women need to look at this movie. Men too.
Mm-hmm. Facts, facts. Ted said apparently Robin was pregnant by Russell before when she was younger. She had an abortion, and then she was still messing with him years later. So I guess she got pregnant again and decided to keep it this time. Now that you said it, I can. I think I do kind of remember her either saying or insinuating something about it, but I didn't remember that it was with him. But I do remember. I remember this. I remember something
I
around the
think I
fact that she
remember
had an
that.
abortion. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at it again, but I feel like I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh, bye. All right. It was been a good show. Okay. But I think I'm gonna go get the book and read it. I think I'm gonna get Kateri be writing. Okay.
let me know whenever you find it so that I can find it too.
I'm sure Amazon got everything. I'm sure they got it. Okay. But anywho, close us out. I'll let you close this out. Go ahead.
All right. So in this world of all of us trying to wait to exhale, let's
Okay.
not us go outside and be a Carly Russell. And that's why I'm gonna end it at.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Take a serious. She get on my nerves. All right. Thank
Oh
y'all for
man, I'm
joining.
resting my prayer on that bitch. Because what the hell? Okay.
Bye, y'all. We see you next week. I ain't got nothing else. Bye.